G'day and welcome back to Duck Solar Gaming and Riverview Farm. Yes, that's right. We are back here at Riverview and we are on, I think, episode 56. So we're getting along. Anyway, that doesn't matter. What we are doing is we're cultivating in our field 7-8 in preparation for seeding again. And we've got other little bits and pieces to do around the farm as well. So let's go and have a look at getting some of that done. Now, this straw, we did fill up the cow barn with some straw, but I need some hay. So what we also need to do is I need to get rid of the straw and get some hay. So we're going to take this back up to the silo, this straw that we don't need, and come back down and we'll grab some hay and fill up the cow barn with that, and we'll get that going. And yeah, we'll look at what else we need to do. As you can see, it's a bit of a frosty morning here, December, second day of December, game day wise, and we are just trying to get everything done. All right, so it's going to come in here, offload that. There we go. Our trailer's got a bit of a wobble on. All right, so we've got that done. Excellent. Let's go back down and grab some hay from the hay dryer, and or the grass dryer more correctly, and we'll continue on. Okay, need to check on our production there too, our orchards. A whole pile of things to do. It's been a little while since we've been on Riverview. As you know, we are, whoops, yinged instead of yanged. We do record a bunch of episodes together and then queue them up, purely from the necessity of real life and everything else going on. I still have a full-time job, family of 5, all that sort of stuff. Unfortunately, I don't make millions from YouTube. In fact, I don't even make hundreds from YouTube. So, it's one of those unfortunate realities that I don't get as much time as possibly I would like to do, doing YouTube and everything else and streaming. And I have to try and sort of balance that. And as it is, it takes a lot of time from my weekends, just in doing the recording. But that's what we do for the moment. So, there we go. Can I offload the hay? I'm going to jump out and just see what our status is. So that'll fill up our hay. Then we're okay. We got 310,000 litres of slurry. Hay is filled up. Milk, we've got 17,000 litres of milk there to take out. And we've got 30,000 mineral feed. So we're okay. All right. So this leftover grass we're going to take over. We're going to put it in one of the sheep pens. Keep them fed as best we can. So we're just going to slide in through here. This won't be enough to fill up both sheep pens, but it'll be enough to supplement one of them. Now what we'll do is, while we're talking about sheep pens and dealing with the animals, we'll just check on them to see how they're going. Well, in fact, so they are desperately in need of food. See? So their health is 0%. Well done, duck. Yet again, you've done, and the chickens are the same, right? Dear, How to Kill Off Animals 101 by Duck Sorley. Right. Well, seemingly enough, it's not that bad. They're alive still, just. Right, so we're just going to continue loading and unloading for the sheep. Then we'll go fix the chickens as well. I mean, this is one of the things, I guess, with giants and their seasonal growth. I certainly haven't had any sheep die or chickens or anything as yet. Now, with the old seasons in FS17, FS19, I did have animals die. It was actually quite regular. Not that I'm proud of that, but the reality of it is that... Yeah, boy. I just had to sneeze. The reality of that is just that the fact that seasonal growth is nowhere near as good as the seasons, Rod. And that's where I come back to, like, giants on their on their promotional material they've got for FarmCon and for everything else. They're simulation specialists. Well, you're not. You're game making specialists for dumbing down simulations, because you can't even take the Seasons mod, which was given to you on a platter, and convert that in for FS22 with all the great features that it had with it. You have to dumb it down. Like everything, you have to dumb it down for consoles. And I mean, I get it. I really do. I get it. And it's not a slight on console players. It's just the fact that consoles are nowhere near as capable as PCs. And I include, obviously, Macs for that, although I don't think Macs are capable. But that's just me personally. Yeah, so it's just the reality of the way things are. And I just laugh. And I called him out on it on Twitter and Facebook. Not that I got a reply. But simulation specialist is a bit of a stretch. Because you're dumbing shit down, really. That's you could have I mean, you employed one of the guys from Realism's Modding. You could have actually gone the full hog and put in seasons, because you had all the source code, you had everything there, and yet you still couldn't get off your lazy asses and implement it properly. Sorry. Yeah, this is a gripe session about Giants again. But you know what? I think everyone's over it. I think everyone's actually used to it. It's like your contracts, right? So, and I know my good mate Jimmy J, he's basically given up on farm sim. He's written a letter. I hope he doesn't mind me divulging it. He's written an open letter to Giants saying, I want a refund because you've basically broken all the promises of what you've done. You can't fix shit. So we had the pallet debacle. I'm not going to go back over that again. Then we've also had the contract debacle. Now, the contracts are broken, right? They're broken badly in the game. And what it does is it takes someone to bring a mod out. So this is a mod to bring back our contracting. And the worst part is that Giants have actually come out and said, oh, look, we know there's a problem with the contracts, and again, this is the same as what they did with the pallets. Oh, we don't think it's that important, so we're probably not going to patch it for the next patch that comes out. We may do it for the next one. It's like, it's an integral part of the game, you idiots. And yet you can't be bothered getting off your asses to put it in. No, you want to put more DLC in, charge your customers more money for stuff that's going to be broken, or when you bring it in, is going to break more shit. I mean, seriously, you're look, I'm going to come out and say it. You're appalling game developers, appalling publishers, and you have an appalling customer service, particularly for the English language. One of the things that I was speaking with JJ about a bit too is on the German forums, not a problem. You're there all the time. You've got representatives there that are reacting with the people on the forums and all that sort of stuff. On the English forums, just like, don't worry about the English forum. And simply, that's where I will guarantee that's where the bulk of your customers actually will be going to, because the ones that speak German would be very little by comparison, I would imagine. I mean, I'm happy to be corrected with facts and figures, but I reckon you've got far more people playing this game that speak English than what you do speaking German. I get it, native languages, all that sort of crap, but you know what? You need to open yourselves up, get some decent customer representatives, get some decent QA staff, get some decent game designers. Well, actually, it's not even game designers. You need to get some people that give the game some direction and actually really think about where the game could and should go. Anyway, on that point, I'm going to get back to farming. Okay, so we've sorted out the animals, I think, now. So we've got to do the chickens. I'll worry about the chickens a little bit later. Yeah, I'll get to the chickens later. All right. Now, the other thing is we traded in our class baler. We had the big class baler, the same baler as what's here, but we've upgraded to this baler here with the augers at the front. So just to help us in cleaning up and that. And I don't have a problem with that. I think this is quite nice. It ended up costing us about 60 grand all up in changeover feed. We got about $110,000 we got for trading. And we bought this one for, I think it was about 168,000, something like that. So it was about a 60,000 differential. And in the scheme of things, that's not that bad. So yeah, but we just got this because it just makes it easier. We're not necessarily going to be able to pick up everything still, as I've said previously in other videos, using this most prominently Southern Cross. And it's just the width that perhaps we can get these two lines from the combine. But it doesn't really matter whether we do or don't. It's just to help us in just getting it all cleaned up and done. So I don't mind either way, but it just does help us a little bit. All right. Ah, dear. Nothing like a Sunday morning rant at Giants. Look, look, I don't mean to just pull the piss and rant at Giants all the time, but you know, they just give us so much to rant about. I mean, you've got a part of the game that is broken to the point that people can't use it, and you can't be asked fixing it in the first available patch. I mean, you guys really need to start thinking about you. I mean, it was bad enough with Focus, when you were with Focus, right? We know they were driving you, so FS19. I'm quite happy to stand here and say I don't believe the release of FS19, as poor as it was, is entirely based and fault can be apportioned to Giants. Okay? I think most of that was pushed by Focus, the game publisher. And I think that was purely from a aspect of getting the game out there before Christmas and making sure you can publicise it and get it out there for new demographics, as in the horses for the girls and all that sort of stuff. And I'm not just saying horses are just for girls, but I'm strongly of the belief that the only reason the horses got put in the game, particularly in FS19 and probably this iteration, is purely to get another demographic playing the game to try and expand just your sales. I mean, at the end of the day, let's not be stupid about it. It's a business, and your business is about sales of the game. I get that. I'm not stupid enough to not understand that. When you put stupid aspects of the game in, well, that's another matter altogether. But it just blows my mind that you're now self-publishing, and you really just can't. And simulation specialist, remember, quote unquote. And you just can't get the basic shit right. Seriously, it amazes. No, actually, no, it doesn't amaze me. I've got to be truthful. I'm over Giants and the way they do it. Really, there are so many other companies that sort of show them up. I mean, there's a lot of companies that don't. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's a lot of companies that cock up just as bad, if not worse, than Giants. And I get that, but it's just Giants just simply go out of their way to piss their customers off. Pardon me. I don't know. Anyway, we'll leave that where it sits for now. But rest assured, look, I'm not. I'm enjoying FS22. Let's get this clear. And I've said this before. I'm enjoying FS22. I enjoy the game. Okay. However, I don't enjoy the limits that are put on the game. I don't enjoy them limiting the PC for the sake of console. Like the whole palette thing was just stupid, right? I mean, unless you're running a PC from 10 years ago, you weren't going to have any issues with the palette numbers as they were. Consoles, yes. So if you were going to change it for consoles because some console players are complaining because of performance, fine. Show me how many PC people complained that the palettes were causing them issue. I mean, really? Up until like Black Dragon released his fantastic Dragon Den mod, and there's an update coming very soon. I'm very excited to talk about that soon. There is no reason for you to mess about with PC just because the console is having an issue in relation to its capacity. Because realistically, and I've gone too far, I wanted to go to the other shed. They should be treated separately. I mean, okay, the base code, treat them the same. That's fine. But insofar as capacity and capability, keep them separate, for Christ's sake. I mean, go on to the days where there was a slightly different version of the game for PC and console anyway, and leveraging off the capability. I mean, that's really what you should be doing. I mean, yes, okay, it's more development, but you know what? You're gonna get better customers. You're gonna get happier customers, well, like me, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, look, I don't know. I really don't know what you're doing, Giants. I really don't care. I suppose it's one, but you're turning people away. Jimmy is not going to come back to FS22. He's not going to come back to FS, I don't think, at all. So there's one customer you've only at least. And most of the guys that are probably playing with Jimmy on his multiplayer that you've cocked up with the contracts, they're probably not going to come back to the game either. I mean, so you just, these small things just alienate people. Anyway, I'm going to move on with farming. All right, so we've harvested field 14. We've now got the straw up. Now, there is some stone over there as well. So I do want to get the stone rolling. Okay, needs to be rolled. That's fine. I'm going to pick up the stones. I'm probably going to put, it doesn't need lime, so probably not going to put anything on there. But we need to get over, I'm going to de-stone and roll. Our grass field over there is okay. In fact, the grass field should just be, it is back to growing again. So we've got to do that. Then we've got to seed field 9, 10. We'll be seeding field 7, 8 as well. We need to come over and plough in field 12 and then plough in field 14 as well. 12 hasn't got any stones by the look of it. I think I de-stoned that, which is fine. It needs rolling. Well, it doesn't need rolling yet because it hasn't got any plants in there. So let's go off and grab the Scorpio and we'll go and de-stone the field we've just picked up all this. Well, actually, no, before we do that, I've got to pick up all the straw, don't I? A silly duck. Right, let's go through and we'll pick up the trailers and we'll go pick up all the bales first. Okay. All right. Oh, I've already got a tractor that's got the trailers. All right, I didn't think I did. All right, so we're going to just park him here. Right, I'll come over and grab this and then we'll head down to the field and we'll grab all those bales. All right. So, getting off Giants, let's talk about some positives. Like, let's talk about a modder that makes the game better as opposed to Giants who try and break their own game. So, as I intimated before, Black Dragon and the Dragon Den Pack. I don't know how many of you use it, and please let me know in the comments down below. I want to know how many of you guys have started using or have used or been using the Dragon Den Pack by Black Dragon. You've seen it showcased on all my series. I love it. It's probably the reason why I'm actually enjoying FS22, to be honest. It is the only reason why I'm enjoying FS22. And I think most of you would probably enjoy it as well, if you're not already using it. So I thoroughly recommend it. Anyway, that aside, so it's been growing. So Black Dragon has been progressively improving it and adding more and more things to it. And I can tell you the next update, I think it's 1.4, is stupendous. It is awesome. I've just been given the latest update drop for 1.4, the preview progress build, and there is just one product he's got left to finish, and I've got to go help him find a graphic for it, actually. I forgot to do that last night before I went to bed. And let me tell you, this next update is going to be awesome. There is so much extra stuff to do in it. I'll give you a tip because I've already mentioned it previously. Animals now have a secondary purpose, and I'm so happy to have that. Unfortunately, not horses, so there won't be any meat pies, but for beef and pork and chicken, there is now other things to use them for. And I mean, you can guess where I'm going with this. So yeah, basically we have the butchery basically is being brought in by Dragon Den Pack. And when I say it's awesome, it is awesome. Like, I'm not going to give too much away because I do want to surprise and leave it, I'm not going to ruin everything for everyone. But the products are diverse, and it's awesome. And then on top of that, he's also improved other areas. So there's actually now more products to come from the tailor, for instance. There's more products that come from the carpentry and woodshop area. And for those that have played Elm Creek, it ties into that game so perfectly, or that map so perfectly, you will not believe. And I think it's even putting me to the point where I'm actually going to go do some log work and do some timber work, because I want to actually use part of the game that he's got going there. And I mean, everyone knows what I'm like with woodwork, so you know that it must be pretty special if I'm going to go and start doing timber work, for that reason. So yeah, it is really awesome. It really is. So keep a lookout for it. When the 1.4 drops, I will be doing an updated mod review. It obviously won't go through everything. I'm just going to go through the changes as an addendum to my mod review of the mod itself. But rest assured, there is a lot to go through. There really is. So yeah, really looking forward to that, and it's really going to change the gameplay in many aspects. So, for instance, I'm already trying to plan out for all of my series where I'm going to put pigs in. So that gives you an indication of the impact I think it's going to have, not only to my gameplay but everyone else's gameplay. So yeah, really looking forward to it. I really am. It's probably it's probably the most excited I've been from mod for FS22. I was stoked when I found the Dragon Den pack to start with, and then the updates he did for the first couple of updates were awesome. This just is the next level, and yeah, I tell you, it's I'm really looking forward to it. Now that means there's going to be a lot more production play. Giants, don't you go messing with productions anymore. But and I mean, console, it's unfortunate, but you won't have access to it because it's PC only. But so I'm sorry for those of you on console that are listening to me rant about this wonderful mod, because ultimately you won't be able to access it unless you get a PC or a Mac. But those of you that are on the PC Mac brigade, the elite, chime in with the disharmony between console and PC. Yeah, it's going to be awesome, simply awesome. Again, that's my opinion, but I tell you what, I'm really looking forward to it. I think you can tell, just a little bit. Anyway, all right, we're going to put the straw up here out of the way, only because I've got nowhere else really to put it. I could have put it down with the grass that's down on the farm, near the tailor or the spinnery, but I figure if we put it up here, that's going to be fine. We're going to unload that one there. Right, there we go. So we've got our straw dealt with. Excellent. I might just take the stuff from the dairy, and I might just check to see what we've got for the dairy with milk. In fact, I do want to buy the truck as well soon, but we've still got plenty of milk. Not much product in there. I've got any milk over here. I can't remember if I emptied all the milk out. There's a little bit of milk in there. 287 litres, not much. Anyway, that's all right. So I'd like to bring the trailer of milk up and fill it up from the cow barn. Oops, I almost forgot what I was going to do. And then we can get all that working. So I want to go back to Euro pallet, and I want to go to right, there we go. Wait for it to put out the other items. There we go. All right, done. Right, off we go again. Let's take this down to the warehouse, and it's December, so we're getting close to our peak sell time for most stuff. We have to have a look. We're going to be looking at making some sales, obviously fairly soon, I would say. And if we do that, we're going to have to see what we're going to buy, how we're going to expand, or whatever else. Haven't really thought too much more about the expansion the last few episodes. I know we may have discussed it recently. I've also got to get rid of all that manure. But yeah, it's not something I've really sort of spent a lot of time thinking about. I do have my broad plans we've talked about generally. But yeah, we'll have to have another look at that. What have we got? We've got... haven't got a lot in here, actually. So we've been selling as we've gone. We did that big sell-off. We do have a whole pile of sunflower oil. Let me have a look and see. What have we got down here? Sunflower oil. February. February is the sell point for sunflower oil, so we're not going to worry about that for now. Strawberries, we've got a pile of strawberries there that we could be selling off there. January. Slurry, lemon, orange. May, that's okay. Cocoa bean, got to keep that. Yeah, we haven't got a lot. We've been selling it all off, haven't we? So we haven't got a lot there. I think we might have to go up and... in fact, let's have a look and see at our production. The bakery needs some milk. So I can get some milk to the bakery. And that will get the bakery producing at least lemon and orange pie, because that's what we're putting in the lemons and the oranges, weren't we? That's okay. So we'll probably do that. The dairy, don't need any milk or sugar up there, so that's okay. The orchards, well, they're just, I must have emptied them recently, so I was a little bit in one of the orchards. Yeah, one of the orchards got a bit of product in there. What have we got here for fruit salad? They're still producing, so we just need to get that. The greenhouse. The greenhouse is distributing. But we're full on product, so it's all banking up. So we might just have to do some spawning and just sell some, we've got tomatoes, lettuce, onion, cucumber. So I'll look at the best sale time for those. So I think we're going to have to do that. That's just going to be banking up. So all these are going to be, yeah, see, I've got plenty of them banked up. So I'm going to have to make them spawn for a little bit, empty them out, and then sell the product. So let's have a look and see. Best sale time. Well, although we may be limited, we may just have to. So May, December, it's pretty low. Onion, yeah, pretty low. So winter's not our best sell time. Summer obviously is. Strawberries, January. Tomatoes, January. Lettuce, January. I'm going to let it go then. And then January we'll come back and we'll sell those items. The other items, so the cucumber, where are we? May. Yeah, it's very, very low, isn't it? Though there is a lot of product there to get rid of. So, in fact, there's a lot. Yeah, I've got a lot in here already for cucumber. All right, well, let's go get some milk delivered to the bakery. That'll be the first thing. All right, so we're going to go over here. Whoops, I'm using keyboard there. I should have just not bothered using keyboard. Right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to come up here. I'm going to grab my trailer with milk in it, take it to the bakery, and get the bakery producing. Once we've got that producing, that's actually more money to come in for us as well. So we're going to load this up. Oh, actually, we're going to do ZN. Load up. Okay, so it's not going to be a full load. That's okay, but we're going to take this over and get the bakery up and running. And then that will be it for this episode. We haven't got a lot done other than ranting about giants. Although we have finished cultivating that field. Why have you just... autosave. I keep forgetting to turn autosave off on this bloody map, on this save game. I will do that before the next episode. We have finished cultivating, so that's good. We've got that ready to go. I can also go over... The next episode, we'll also go over and get the stones off the other field. And then once we've got the stone off there, we'll look at doing any fertilising, lime, or seeding. That'll be the next port of call. So that will be for the next episode. But in the meantime, we're just going to take this over to the sell point and get that going. To the bakery, I should say. Then we just check out to see what we've got sitting out on the hard stand as well. We've got $49,000. We haven't got a lot of money behind us at the moment. We do need to make some more money. I need to fix the chickens. I'll probably fix the chickens off camera, just because we can. And then we'll probably come back also in the next game day. It'll just be easier. I'm going to jump in cab because it's easier to navigate these roads in cab. Around we go. In fact, I think the traffic is turned off because I did have an issue with traffic banked up. So I have to turn the traffic back on as well. It's a bit quiet. Right. Here we go. Over to our reconstructed island, which is going to change as we put more items down here onto the island. I've been tempted to put a couple of houses down here just to sort of fill it out a little bit. Yes, in here. Lemon's not accepted here. Well, I'm not dropping off lemon. That's okay. There we go. Alright, so now we've dropped off some milk. Right, it's now making lemon pie and orange pie. Alright, let's have a look. I want to see what else can be made from there. Cake. Strawberries. There's no reason why we can't be making cake, is there? So let's activate the cake. Flour, sugar, milk, eggs, butter, strawberries. We need to see some strawberries. I'm not going to worry about the bread, and we can make strawberry pie for that matter too, couldn't we? Because we've got strawberries. So let's go back into back to our. Oh, we're not making strawberries because we've got strawberries piled up. Right. Okay, so I'll bring a pile of strawberries over, 50,000 litres worth, and we'll get that going as well. But I'll do that in the next episode, I think. I think we'll do that then. Okay, so milk. Right, we've got a full load of milk there, so that's good. Right, excellent. Right, let's go up around here. We'll go and have a look at the factory and see how that's going, churning out the salads. And yeah, that'll be good to go. There we go. We have got some salads out there. Not a huge amount, but there's some there. That's okay. We can come back and get them later. Excellent. All right, but that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, press that like button. If you didn't, press the dislike button. That's okay. Ooh, that was a bit of a loud, high okay, wasn't it? Don't forget, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you aboard. And if you do press the subscribe button, make sure you press that alarm notification icon as well so you're made aware of when new videos are available on the channel. Don't forget to join us on Twitter, Discord, and Facebook. Details down below in the description. But, of course, more than anything else, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Back here at Ducks All The Gaming and Riverview Farm. See you all later. Bye.